This video is sponsored by sellcashier.com. Sellcashier pays top dollar for your used iPhone. Get a quote, ship your phone, and get paid. It's that simple. What's up, Geeksters? It's me, Omar from geeksterlabs.com. How you guys doing today? Well, the product I'm going to be showing you is something that was sent to me free for review from BuQu Tech. And today we have the Power Armour battery case for the iPhone 6. And this is an $80 case. It retails for $80, and it features a 2800 milliamp, I should say, battery pack built into the case itself. So I'm a really big fan of these battery cases. This is actually the first battery case I've had the opportunity to check out for the iPhone 6, so I really appreciate BuQu Tech sending it out to me. Let's go ahead and I'm going to show you guys what's included in the box and what comes with it, and then I'll give you guys a tour of what it looks like when it's on your iPhone. So here are all the pieces included with the BuQu case. So we have the micro USB to full regular USB cable. This is what you'll use to charge up the device. Whenever you want to fill it up with battery power, you need to use the USB cable. I'll show you where that port is in just a second. The other thing to keep in mind is that you will need to use an adapter in order to plug your headphones into it. So unless, I would say, if you are using the iPhone headphones that came with your Apple iPhone, the white ones, those should be fine because it's a really small opening. It's not very large. It's just that it's quite a big space. So you may want to use the extender either way just to get it into there, and you can use it. But if you do have other pairs of headphones with a bigger input and they may not fit through that hole, you will want to use the adapter. So that's what they include that in there, which is pretty nice. So that's nice. So here we have the case itself. Obviously, it just comes in black. That's the only color it's available in. On the back, we have our switches and such. So here's our power switch. When you flip that on and you put your phone into there, it will power up. I'll show you that in a second. If you want to see how much battery power, you just tap the status button. You have 4 LEDs letting you know how much battery power. So that goes from 25 to 100%. 2800 milliamps will more than double your battery power when it comes to your phone. All right, so now let's install the phone into the case. So in order to do that, all you have to do is swipe this bottom piece out here, slide it down. Make sure you put the bottom part in first. Just pinch it in. It pops in like that. And on the bottom, you push it up, and it's plugged in. And on the back right here, when we want to start charging the battery, you just switch it like that. And there it goes. It's charging up the phone. So this will give your phone a full charge, maybe a little bit more than a full charge, whenever you are in the need of. And this was, I actually took this case with me when I went to CES during that convention, and it definitely saved me. When you're there, your phone's pretty much searching for signal the whole time, so your battery power will go really fast. Plus, if we're tweeting, Instagramming, doing things like that a lot, like if you're traveling on a big trip and things like that, you're going to want to have a battery case with you. I prefer using a battery case over a backup battery because a backup battery, you'll have to have the cord plugged into the battery, plugged into your phone. It's a little more awkward to use. This, the battery is built into the whole thing itself, and it's really easy to use. One thing I will mention about this, it does come in a black finish, like I said, but it does have this matte finish, so it's really, it can pick up your finger and oils and things like that. So that's not a big deal to me, but I know some people don't like the way that looks. As you can see, you can see all the smudges and things like that. That's just kind of naturally happens with this style, this material, the way this finishes on these types of cases. So that's just one thing to keep in mind. Not a big deal to me, but either way, I just want to show that and point that out in case that is something that, I don't know, grosses you out. Let's check out some of the ports and accessibility. So to get to the side here, we have our volume switch, our mute switch, and our volume buttons. Everything is completely exposed, so you can get to that very easily. As you see, the side there is partially exposed, and the corner is kind of protected right there. So here is where we get to the headphone jack. Like I showed you, you will need to use an adapter if your headphones are larger than the Apple earbuds. But for me, I just kept using my white earbuds, and they fit in there fine, so no issues at all. The microphone is being blocked off, but it's also being rerouted to the front right there. So that's where the microphone part is coming through. The lightning connector obviously is blocked off, so you cannot use a lightning connector with this device. And we do have the micro USB port right there, and that's what you would use to sync and charge this. The battery and the iPhone, you could charge both of them up at the same time, which is kind of nice. And the speaker grill is blocked off, but it reroutes that opening to the front right here. And I haven't noticed any issues as far as listening to music or audio or things coming out of the speaker. It sounds exactly the same usually. Actually, a little better because it's pointed at your face, but it's not any louder or anything like that. Or it doesn't seem like the audio has been changed at all because it's rerouting it to the front. So I know some people are worried about that, so I just want to make sure I mention that. Get to the side here. We get to the sleep-wake button on the side, and as you can see, nothing's covering it up, nothing's blocking it off. It's just a cutaway, so you can get to that really easily. Get to the back. We have our camera and our secondary microphone and our flash. The flash there's enough space around the flash so it doesn't bounce off the edge of the case when you take pictures at night when the flash goes off. You can see how it's pretty thick. You can see how thick the case is right there to the side. So that's a pretty thick, bulky case. It does add quite a bit of bulk. It's almost more than double the size of the iPhone. But like I said, when you need to have something there to charge up your phone, It's definitely it's going to save you, and it's going to. I would recommend everyone having a battery case. I always carry one with me whenever I'm traveling. I always have one in my backpack or my bag, just in case my phone's starting to drop battery charge. I'm not going to be in the car anytime soon to charge it back up. All you got to do is pop it onto your phone, and you're good to go. It's going to be charging it up. So I always, any version of the iPhone I've owned, I've always had a backup battery case. I just prefer that over the backup batteries. As you can see, nothing's covering up the home button. It's just one big open face. And as far as protection goes, it's not going to provide a whole lot of protection. As you can see, there's no lip or anything on it. So if you drop this face down, there's nothing protecting the screen. So maybe one thing they can consider in the next version of it, if they want to have a second version of this case, but maybe with more protection. But if you were to drop this face down, I think it would probably crack the screen. So you're going to have to be careful while you're charging things up while it's in there. If it falls on its back, it's definitely going to be protected because that back is really thick. But as far as the screen goes, and there's no kind of edge or anything on it. So guys, that's pretty much it. Like I said, this case retails for $80, has 2,800 milliamps, so it'll definitely charge up your phone fully to the max at any time of the day whenever you're getting really low on battery power. And you do have that status symbol on the back, the button on the back to let you know how much power and juice you got in there. So for me, when I was using this at nighttime, I use the micro USB cable and I just plug it up and let it charge up all the way at nighttime, so that way the next day my phone is fully charged and the battery pack is fully charged and you're good to go. So no real issues for me when it comes to this case except for the protection. If you guys, I wouldn't use this case on a regular basis. Man, my phone keeps going off there. Sorry. I wouldn't keep this case on my phone for long periods of time because, like I said, I would be worried about maybe dropping it and then possibly cracking the screen or something. But when you're in a pinch and you do need some charging of battery power, it's definitely going to come in handy. So $80 I think is a fair price for this type of product, and especially for the amount of battery power it does hold. So that's it for me today, guys. If you have any questions about this product, please post those down below. I read each and every single one of your comments on all of my videos, and I will always do my best to get back to you as quickly as possible. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and if you want to stay up to date with all of my case reviews as well as tech reviews, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. And as always, guys, make sure you stop by geeksterlabs.com for the latest in tech news and video reviews, and I will see you in the next video review.